Well, federal student loan payments are about to resume after a 3-year pause, leaving many individuals feeling anxious about the transition back to monthly loan payments. But fear not, because we're about to make this process way less intimidating and more manageable, I promise. SchoolsFirst Federal Credit Union will share some valuable strategies to minimize financial strain during this period. Here to set our minds at ease and help us handle this transition like a pro is Nathan Calhoun, who is the Madison Branch Manager for SchoolsFirst. Welcome, Nathan.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here. Well, so student loan payments are about to start up again, and it's got a lot of people obviously feeling pretty uneasy and anxious. What can they do maybe right now to get prepared for this change?
Yeah, you think about the loan payments are starting back up in October. There is some time, but now is a crucial time to actually start taking some proactive steps and get prepared for the upcoming change. You kind of think about how long of a pause it's been.
Yeah.
It's been a while since these payments were in effect. You think about people who haven't made a payment on a loan for a while. They may not know the balances of their loan. They may not know who's servicing their loan.
Right.
So this is one of the first steps you're going to want to do to get yourself prepared, is clarify all that information. One of the easiest ways you can do that is check out the Federal Student Aid website.
Oh, okay.
This is the studentaid.gov. There you can log in. You can see the original principal balance of your loan. You can see the current balance of your loan. You can see the interest rates of all your loans. One thing to remember, it is the federal site, so if your loan is held by a private lender, you will not be able to find that information there. You'll want to go straight to the lenders themselves if you have a privately held loan and get that information, or you can call your financial aid office at your school. But once you have all that information, you're kind of ready to start reviewing your repayment plan and start coming up with a strategy.
It's always good to have a strategy going into this sort of thing. So now it's great to know that borrowers have different repayment options. Can you tell us a little bit more about the income-driven repayment plans and how that might be beneficial?
Yeah, there are some different options out there.
Okay.
You think about, once again, it was about 3 years ago that these payments were going on. So a lot of folks out there are going to be in a different financial situation than they were 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And some actually could be in a tighter financial situation due to the effects of the pandemic still. So now you're going to want to really evaluate your current repayment plan just to see if you might need to look out for some other solutions out there that better fits your current budget. So as you mentioned, the income-driven repayment plan, one of the things that are out there, if you're looking at your current goal right now and you're kind of saying, well, I might need to lower my payments to make it more comfortable on my month-to-month budget, they do have what's called the income-driven repayment plan. That's something that takes your current earnings into account for when they're setting your payment. So that might help you lower your payment. Once again, that's something that if you have a privately held loan, probably not available.
Okay.
But they also, the Department of Education has a loan simulator that, viewers might want to check out who have those student loans. You can go over a couple options. They might even have things that help you pay it off faster if you're in a position to do so.
Lots of options out there. Another option is consolidating multiple student loans, and it sounds like a promising idea for simplifying payments. But what are some of the pros and cons that people should keep in mind before maybe making that decision?
Yeah, you have, a lot of folks out there have multiple loans, multiple student loans that they've attained.
Yeah.
And when you're looking at all that, you probably are sending multiple payments to multiple servicers at multiple times of the month, which puts you in a spot to potentially miss payments, things of this nature.
Yeah.
So if you consolidate your payment all your loans into one big loan, a couple benefits: it's one payment, one time of the month. You easily budget for it.
Yeah.
Also, having a much larger loan balance, a lot of loan servicers out there will allow you to take a longer term, which will give you a lower payment month to month, much more comfortable on a month to month. But a much longer term means over the long term, you're probably paying more interest.
Right. And anything else that we should know about making this transition smoother?
Well, once again, we're just really hitting home on the message that take some steps now to prepare, because it can be a stressful transition. This is adding another payment to your monthly budget. So you might want to go down and talk to your trusted financial advisor, ask them about some tips, things that they can help out with. There's also some online resources out there. For instance, the national nonprofit Green Path Financial Wellness. They're a partner of SchoolsFirst Federal Credit Union. They are doing a webinar on August 15th at 5 p.m. You don't have to be a member. It's actually open to all. If people want to potentially check that out or get more information or even register for the event itself, they can check out www.greenpath.com/SchoolsFirstFCU and then just scroll down to more webinars and they can get themselves signed up.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
And the emotional aspect of all this is intimidating, it's uneasy, it's anxious for folks out there. Anything that you can, any bit of advice that you could offer our folks out there to just kind of ease the anxiety a little bit?
I just really think about preparation.
Yeah.
You know, this is something that people don't want to sneak up on them. They want to prepare now. Start thinking about your current budget. How much are you paying? Do you have the extra funds available to you now that you'll need to make the payment? And those are the exact folks that if the answer is no, they're going to want to start looking at some of the other repayment plan options that are out there. Because you're absolutely right. It's been gone for a while,
Yeah.
and it's going to re-enter your budget, and
Yeah.
it's going to come back in a very fast way.
Yeah.
And you really want to be ready for it.
Yep.
So you can continue having, financial wellness, as we say.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Nathan. You've eased the anxiety, hopefully, a little bit for folks
you.
out there. Well, to sign up for the national nonprofit GreenPath's free webinar, all you have to do is go to greenpath.com/SchoolsFirstFCU and scroll down to more webinars. And as always, you can visit one of the many SchoolsFirst Federal Credit Union branch locations, as seen on the screen there. And you can find out more by going to SchoolsFirstFCU.org.